Before I begin today's video, I would like to remind every one of you here who's watching that I hope you like the movie The Princess Bride. Because I saw it last night because Freeform was showing it at like almost midnight, and so I stayed up late watching it with my mom. I'll actually tell you a funny story about that momentarily. So expect me to be quoting that movie a lot. I know you would find my lack of preparation inconceivable. Okay, so, yeah, well, Sean is awesome. Anyway, let's see, what was my low, my high, well, my low is that my mom didn't come up until a little bit later last night. Like, it was almost like, I mean, my mom is, like, kind of weird with time. Like, she called and said she'll be back in an hour and a half, and it was, like, almost 3 hours. I mean, she had some stuff to do, so, yeah. It's cool. And she's up here now, safe and sound, which is nice. So, I spent the night with my mother and father up here. It's nice. So, yeah, that's part of my high. And my act of kindness, if you notice the shore, it's a lot less green than you probably saw yesterday. That's because I raked it. Yeah, basically the whole point of that is, like, if you see shrubbery or, like, grass or something growing out, you're supposed to use a rake on that gravel-like shore and sort of, like, you know, move it around a little bit. It actually does make it look like a real beach, kind of. So, I mean, some things are really hard to get because some of that shrubbery you see there is lichens, you know, fungus, you know, algae sort of thing. So, it's kind of hard to move, but, you know, I did it. I also blew off the back and front patio. That was really nice. And, why not just give you the obligatory seaweed shot. So much seaweed. And so, actually, there's actually quite a lot of room from where I'm standing to where the seaweed itself is. Well, kind of. If you can really look down right there, you can clearly see that, like, some of the seaweed is actually growing out, like, right below me. It's so, I mean, again, when I was a kid, I used to be really freaked out by it, but now I just find it kind of, it's a natural part of life. And it's nature, if you will. However, I will say that the amount of seaweed nearby is inconceivable. Yes, I told you I was going to be quoting that movie. And that's not the only quote I'm going to be using either. So anyway, good morning and happy Sunday, everyone. It is Sunday. I have family coming up today. You know, my grandmother and grandfather will be coming up. I should be seeing my nephews today, which is going to be wonderful. Can't wait for that. Let's see, what else? All right, what happened yesterday? Well, I was up for a little while and my father showed up, and, you know, we went to church, and we actually decided to go somewhere else this time. So now, I can now say I've been to 4 of the 13 spots on Keuka Lake where you get the best bite to eat. Or the Keuka Baker's Culinary Dozen. Or QKBCD. QKBCD, if you will. Right. Last night, my father and I, well, actually, it was kind of my idea because, here's the thing. My father, before this place opened, actually did the flooring for the place we went to last night, which is known as the Timberstone. So, we went to the Timberstone last night. It's actually, no kidding, last night was the first time we've been to the Timberstone in probably, like, I want to say it was like 5 years ago. Like 26. I know it was 2016, but I don't know if it's exactly 5 years ago. But yeah, it's been a while. So, needless to say, it was wonderful. Actually, I actually messed up my own order because I had my father order first, and he ordered the French onion soup with the bone-in ribeye, right? And I said I'll pretty much have the exact same thing he does, because it's true. We both had the French onion soup and their bone-in ribeye, right? Here's the thing, they forgot to, when I said that, they thought I only meant the entree, so they had to bring out my soup a little bit later than his. It's an honest mistake. I mean, I'll know next time if I do that. But yeah, you know, it's an honest mistake. But that's, I mean, yeah, something like that's kind of embarrassing, but it doesn't ruin my day at all. You know, it's fine. So we both had the French onion soup, and here's the thing. After we had it, we were comparing because there's actually several great places to get French onion soup on Keuka Lake. mean, the Antique Inn, the Switzerland Inn, Village Tavern, obviously Timberstone, because Timberstone's was fantastic. And they're all great. I couldn't choose between any of them. But I was contemplating, how is this one different from all the others? And the way I see it is this. Antique Inn definitely does the best job of giving you like a lot of cheese for your French onion soup. The Switzerland Inn does the best job of like giving you like those croutons, bread, whatever, because if you like those. Village Tavern has the best French onion soup broth. And Timberstone, as my father and I pointed out last night, it was like the most onion forward. Like, here's the thing. Village Taverns was good, but it really focused. If you really like the taste of like sherry and onion, sherry the wine and onion, like you'll love Village Tavern. But if you want something a lot more onion forward, like Timberstone is the way to go. Because it was loaded with onions. I am not even kidding, bro. It was like, I think there might have actually been more onions than broth. That's how many onions there were. And like the cheese was like the sort of, like, they really did a good job like broiling the cheese for French onion soup. That was really cool. And they actually took one step further and really made it onion forward. And they put little green onions on top of it as well. Like, when I tell you it's onion forward, I'm not kidding. It is extremely onion forward. And I love it. And you guys know me. I love onions. Oh, don't worry, ladies. I remember to brush my teeth afterwards. I think if I'm on a date with a wonderful woman, if I'm having something like French onion soup or the garlic or the shrimp scampi from Libs, you better believe I'm packing some gum and breath mints. Oh, for me. You're probably gonna be fine. I'm gonna use it for you. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can do whatever you want. I don't care, but I want to be nice for you. Anyway, so we get back, and my father and I are sitting on the dock. Ooh, check it out. We got some skiing going on. Nice, very nice. Okay. Anyway, yeah, you get a show within a show. How's that? Right. So we get home, we sit on the dock for a little bit, enjoying the view. It was a very wonderful view. Seriously, like, no matter what time of day or what the weather is, this place is never going to cease to amaze me. And like last night, my father and I are not watching the sun go down, but like, the sun is beginning to set a little bit. And here's the thing. My father took off his church clothes and immediately put on a suit. He wasn't going to go in the water, just wanted to put on a suit. I kept my clothes on. And the wind started picking up. And so the towel he brought with him, he just sort of wrapped it around himself. Meanwhile, I'm just sitting, just like, because I could feel the wind too, and I was starting to feel a little cold, but my father was just wearing his swimsuit. Like, he had no shirt on whatsoever. So he was really feeling the wind. That's why he wrapped the towel around him. And he wore it like kind of like a cloak, kind of. No, not like a cloak, but like over the shoulders, kind of. It was funny. And we watched some skiers go by. That was really cool. Pay attention to, some of the boats that go by, because, we like doing that. It's cool. Seriously, it's fun to do up here, really. Then as soon as the wind started picking up, my father was like, want to go back inside? And so he did. And we started watching, like, the Olympics and stuff. That was really cool. Watched a little bit of Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. Because it's Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. It's awesome. Guy Fieri's the man. Anyway, where was I? So, then my mom calls. It's like 8 o'clock at night, or so, like almost 8 o'clock at night. And, okay, I know I said 3 hours. It was really more like 2.5, but come on, it's still a long time. Especially when you say you're going to be there in an hour and a half. And the reason why is because she actually made, holy cow, I didn't even realize. She actually made her lasagna. You know what? Forget it. I'm making this a mom food chronicle because my mom actually finally made her lasagna. Holy cow. And I realized that like almost halfway through the video. So, yeah, I grew up eating. Here's the thing with lasagna. I've said this before, and I'll continue to say this. I do love lasagna. Truly, I do. But if I'm going out for dinner, even like at a great Italian restaurant, I am never looking to get it. And that has nothing to do with the fact that I won't like it, not at all. It's because, I mean, there's stuff I'm more interested in. I mean, to be honest, even something that's as simple as fettuccine alfredo interests me more than lasagna. But I do love lasagna quite a bit. And so, my mom actually made, and that's why, because she didn't actually make it, I mean, she still has to bake it. But, you know, she prepared it and brought it up here, and now we just have to bake it for when, you know, family comes later. So you guys are probably wondering, why lasagna? Why is that a mom food? Well, I did say I grew up with it, but here's the thing. I remember very clearly, like, well, growing up, because our cable was kind of bad, the only really good channels that we got at the time were like Nickelodeon and Fox Kids. And here's the thing, we did have Disney Channel and Cartoon Network, but for a while the reception was kind of bad, so couldn't really get that. But Nickelodeon was on, and that's when Garfield and Friends, remember that old cartoon, Garfield and Friends, started airing on Nickelodeon. And as we all know, Garfield loves lasagna. And, you know, I asked my mom if, you know, she can make it, and, you know, she did. And here's the thing. It took me a long time for me to like anything pasta related, just because when I was really little, I once had spaghetti and I got sick, and so I was turned off of spaghetti, anything pasta related, practically forever. But after I warmed up to pasta and everything, I really liked her lasagna. And here's the thing, I have had lasagna in other places before. Like, there was one time I went to the American Legion in Corning, and they were having like a lasagna night, and I had that. It was good, but it didn't really satiate me, and I couldn't remember why. And then I figured out, my mom actually puts meat in her lasagna. I'm not kidding. Like, lasagna is more like the egg noodles, the sauce, or the ricotta cheese, or bechamel if you're going that route. And like, you just layer that, right? My mom actually goes the extra mile and puts meat in hers. Like actual meat that you cook and, you know, eat. And I mean, I have no idea if it's like traditional or not, but I really like it. For those of you who are wondering what kind of meat she does put in, she actually puts in it's a combination of ground beef and Italian sausage. So, in case you're wondering what she does there. Although I learned a while ago that, believe it or not, Brazilians love to put ham in their lasagna. Like deli thin sliced ham. I would try that, actually. I mean, I love ham, so I don't see why it would be a bad thing to not do, you know? So, yeah. It's lasagna day now, and because of the Mom Food Chronicle, and my mom did make it, I am most definitely going to take a picture of it after she makes it, of course. So that's going to be really cool. Hopefully I'll remember to do it. And if she's making her lasagna, I know for a fact she's also going to be making her garlic bread, which I have talked about in the past. But for those of you who don't know, she'll take like a full loaf of Italian bread, and she'll like make slices like down it, right? But not enough to actually separate the pieces of bread. And she'll put like garlic butter in between each of those pieces of bread and just wrap and bake. And that's how she makes it. It's still awesome every time. And it's it's messy, but it's so delicious. I honestly can't wait to have that later. And she's also going to be making salad because, you know, we have to have our vegetables. You know, she'll make, I presume it'll have onions and tomatoes and carrots and cheese. Like, probably the, like bits of pieces of cheese. Cannot wait for that. It's going to be amazing. But yeah, I love lasagna. I never order out. I never order it whenever I go. I mean, here's the thing. The only other place I know for a fact I've had lasagna that wasn't made by my mom was actually Olive Garden. And that's because I ordered the tour of Italy, which I will say it does most definitely live up to the hype. And actually, I've had lasagna other places that I really liked. It's just I don't like. Here's the thing: if I have lasagna from somewhere else, it's because I like ask for a bite of it or something, or like, it's just there. Like Sorges and Corning, I've had their lasagna before, just because like, it was leftovers, and that's good. Where else did I have lasagna? I actually just thought of another place where I had lasagna earlier, but for the life of me, I can't remember where. Was it? Huh. I legit can't remember. Oh, the Antique Inn. I also have had the lasagna before, but that's because, like, sometimes at the Antique Inn, they have their own sort of version of the Tour de Italy. Because if you don't know, the Tour de Italy at Olive Garden is like 3 of their signature items. So lasagna, their fettuccine alfredo, and their chicken parmesan. And Auntie Ken did that, and I tried that lasagna because my mom tried it and she brought it home for leftovers, and that was good too. Although I will say, Auntie Ken easily has like probably the best red sauce, one of the best red sauces I've ever had. So I'll let you make a little debate on it. Because here's the thing, I have a bit of a sweet tooth, so of course I have a bit of a sweet tooth. So, and their red sauce is kind of on the sweet side. I really like that. But I know some people don't necessarily like that. But I mean, it's worth trying at least once. I mean, you're certainly not gonna outright hate it. You should not outright hate it. It's good. Man, I'm just talking about food all day. Let's see, what else? What else is there? That's really about it. I mean, oh, right. I guess I could talk a little bit more about what my father and I ordered. So, anyway, after we got our soups, we each got the bone and ribeye, right? And the presentation was spectacular. It came with sauteed green beans, a bed of garlic mashed potatoes. It was like laying on top of the mashed potatoes. And the steak itself was topped with shallots, blue cheese, and bacon. Like, yeah, this is worth, it was totally worth whatever it was. I know how much it cost at the restaurant. I'm not going to say it aloud, but it was amazing. And so, yeah, if you're up in Hammondsport, New York, I mean, I talk about these 13 places all the time, but Timberstone is definitely one of them. Hands down, never going to question that. And needless to say, yesterday was a good day. I have to say, ever since I started paying attention to how many good days I have compared to how many bad days, I've had a pretty solid streak of good days going so far. I mean, sometimes I don't say that it's a good day, but it's fine. No news is good news. So again, if I don't say if it's a good day or not, just assume it's a good day, because I mean, again, no news is good news. So, there's that. So, yesterday was a good day. Today is going to be a good day. I'm really hoping it's a good day, because I got mom's lasagna. I'll tell you what, today will be a good day only if I can get a picture of it before we start eating it. Because remember, I've been trying to be better about taking pictures of mom food as it's being made. So, I'll be sure to try and get a photo of that on my Facebook, Instagram, social media stuff. Anyway, more skiing. So stylish. Sadly, that's clearly a female skier, but I don't think that's the same one yesterday who was wearing that cape. Seriously, that was so dope she was wearing a cape. That was awesome. I kind of wish she did that. But, oh. Huh. I said I was going to call Princess Bride quotes a lot, so I didn't really do that, so... Okay, rapid fire. Hello, my name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. Inconceivable! Anybody want a peanut? You're stalling. Not remotely! Okay, now I think we're good. Like, favorite, share, hit the subscribe button, follow me on social media, notification YouTube. I'm very hungry this video for all of you guys watching. Enjoy for me. Hopefully you have a wonderful, wonderful Sunday. Remember, because I'm going to talk to you, I'm going to be here. So, let me here. I'll see you back. Take care. Make good choices. Have a nice day.